Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to today's everyday Gita session. So let us take the blessings of Ishkan Sheshadripuram deities here. Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai ki jai. Nita Chaitanya ki jai. Vamnadev ki jai. Parsuram Bhagwan ki jai. Panch Tattva ki jai. Narsingh Bhagwan ki jai. Giri Govardhan ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Guru Maharaj ki jai. Let's start with our prayers. Om Ajnanatimirantasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavade पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Welcome devotees. Today we are going to see the 9th chapter, the most confidential knowledge, and 23rd shloka. Yeah. येऽप्यान्यदेवता भक्ता यजान्ति श्रद्धयन्वितः तेऽपि माम् एव कौन्तेय यजन्ति अविधिपूर्वकम्. येऽप्यान्यदेवता भक्ता यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विता तेऽपि माम् एव कौन्तेय यजन्ति avidhipurvakam. Translation: those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. So here actually, till now Krishna has spoken about his unalloyed devotees, the pure devotees. He has glorified them, and he said that he personally carries what his devotees are lacking, and he protects and he preserves whatever they have. And after comparing the demigod worshippers who are hankering for attaining the higher planetary system and the devotees who anchor for the association of the Lord, comparing them, now again Krishna is talking about the demigod worshippers in this shloka. So he says, Yepi Anya Devata, Epi, those who, Anya Devata Bhakta, those who worship the Devi Devatas, demigod worshippers. What happens? Yajante Shraddha Yanvitaha. So they worship with great faith. Tepi Mam Eva Kaunteya. But Arjuna, you know what? But they actually worship me. That's what Krishna is saying. Yajanti avidhi purvakam. But the problem is they do this. Yajanti avidhi purvakam. They do this in a wrong way. So Krishna is like strongly giving us a statement. He is just telling us how he wants us to be. It is just an instruction for all of us, which tells Krishna what is the expectation of Krishna from all of us. So Bhagavad Gita is a life manual for all humanity. It is not just a book of Hinduism or for a particular section of people in a particular country. It's not like that. It is a life manual for the entire humanity. So here Krishna is telling us what's good and what is not good and what he expects from us, so that he is directing us in a very nice way, so that we follow the right path what he has directed to us. And in this lifetime itself, we have a very short lifespan. In this lifetime itself, we go back home to Godhead. That is what Krishna is also desiring, and that is what he wants us from, and he is directing us accordingly. So that is Krishna says very strongly that those people who are the demigod worshippers are indirectly worshipping only me. Yes, but the problem is they are doing it in a wrong way, avidhi purvakam. So here there is something like vidhi purvakam, vidhi purvakam. Vidhi is like the rules and regulations. Those who follows this those who are following this rules and regulations given in the scriptures, then they are doing the right thing, they are in the right way. But those who are not following the rules and regulations which are given in the scriptures, then they are doing the like wrong thing, avidhi purvakam. That is the wrong way Krishna is mentioning here. So the important points in the purport what Prabhupada has given us here is, persons who are engaged in the worship of demigod are not very intelligent, although such worship is offered to me indirectly. So, Prabhupada is saying, I'm sorry, I just missed my page. Yeah. Although such worship is offered to me indirectly. To be very precise, the person who can accept worship, who can receive the worship, is only Krishna. Only Krishna can accept worships. The demigods also, when the demigod worshippers are worshipping the demigods are also not accepting that. They are offering that to Krishna, and then take the prasad from Krishna, and then they give it back to the worshippers. So, in this way, indirectly, the demigod worshippers are also worshipping only Krishna, but they are doing it in the wrong way. Krishna is mentioning very clearly. The demigods are very, very honest to Krishna. They never do anything without the permission of Krishna. They never accept any offerings or anything given by the demigod worshippers. They always offer the same thing to Krishna, and then they take the prasad from Krishna and then give it back. So it is like that. Even for giving benediction also, it's the same way. When a demigod worshipper goes and asks the Devi Devatas for some desires, then the demigods go and take permission from Krishna, whether they can give this benediction or not. Then from Krishna's arrangement, then the benediction is given to the demigods, and from the demigods it is given to the living entities. So in this way, indirectly, the demigod worshippers are worshipping only Krishna. Demigods worshippers are like sprinkling the water on the leaves and flowers and the trunk and everything, on the fruits, not like watering the roots. It's like sprinkling the water on all the parts of the plants, which does not nourish the plant. So in Bhagavatam also says that like the root is the main thing in a tree. So watering the root, it will lead to flourishing, it will lead to flourishing the tree. So it is the same thing. When the food is given to the stomach, then the whole body is nourished. It is not like, okay, today there was a lot of work, now my fingers are paining, so let me feed my fingers alone. No, it is like a common sense. Only the food has to be intaken, and the stomach will digest, and the nourishment is being given, distributed to all the parts of the body. So Bhagavatam says that here the root, the stomach is like Krishna. That is the place where everything has to be fed, and all the other things get nourished automatically. So Krishna is like the root and the stomach, and all the parts are like the 33 crores demigods. And the demigods are, to speak so to speak, different officers and directors in the government of the Supreme Lord. One has to follow the law made by the government, not by the officers or directors. Similarly, everyone is to offer his worship to the Supreme Lord only. That will automatically satisfy the different officers and directors of the Lord. So when we worship the Lord, he is the superior. When we worship the Lord, then automatically everything is taken care. It is something like we just go and give the manu, or like what do you call, um, a letter or whatever desire we have to the prime minister, then everything will be taken care. So the head, when we report our problem to the head, then completely the problem is solved. It's not like going and approaching different officers who are under the head. The officers and directors are engaged as representatives of the government, and to offer some bribe to the officers and directors is illegal. This is stated here as avidhi purvakam. In other words, Krishna does not approve the unnecessary worship of the demigods. So now, like for example, if we wanted some work to be done in a government office or something like that, when we go there, we are not approaching the main person, we are just giving bribe to the local people over there, and then getting the work done. This is avidhi purvakam. It is not the right way. It is against the law which is set by the government. So it is similar. If there is a desire or anything, then that person has to directly approach Krishna, not by like approaching the demigods, devi devatas. It is something like bribing them. It is the avidhi purvakam, bribing them and then indirectly approaching Krishna. It is against the law of universal government. So this is not the right way. Krishna is like again mentioning that this has to be understood very clearly, that this is not the right way. So then this demigod worshipping is for whom? It is not for devotees. Definitely demigod worshippers are the people who are in the mode of ignorance and passion and a little bit of goodness also. So only those people approach the demigods. They don't understand the goal of life. They really don't understand what is the supreme goal of life, what is the desire of Krishna. They don't work according to that. They always wanted to settle in this temporary world, where they don't understand that we cannot get settled permanently in this temporary world. That is the problem with them. That is where they are in ignorance, and they go for demigod worshipping. So approaching different demigods according to their desire, like if someone goes to a particular demigod, and if his desire is fulfilled, then he says, oh, I went to that temple, that demigod there, and you know what, this is like I wanted this to be done, and I got this job, or I got this promotion. And immediately when he tells his friend also goes, oh, that the temple there in that area, if I go there, the visas to America is definitely sanctioned, let me go there. So this is how the people who are in the mode of ignorance and passion, they are, this is how the demigod worshippers are there from Monday to Sunday. Monday this, Tuesday this demigod, Wednesday this demigod, Saturday this demigod, Sunday this demigod. Here this is not a business, saying like, oh, Monday here in this temple there is a sale, Tuesday there is a sale in this temple. No, absolutely not. This is not the way of worshipping. So that's why Krishna is saying avidhi purvakam. So these demigod worshippers or have made it as a business. It is like a business mentality. They approach the demigods, oh please give this benediction, then I will do this. They don't know who's sanctioning that and whom they should approach directly. They always wanted to act for their sense gratification, for their own family benefits. Or it's me, let me permanently settle in this temporary. They don't know that this is a temporary material world. They think they are planning to stay here permanently. So here we should understand, as devotees and as students of Bhagavad Gita, we have to understand that we have to or worship only Krishna. If we do not are doing so, then our path to go home back to Godhead is very clear. So we are not doing the proper justice for getting. If we are not following the path what Krishna has given, and if we are not worshipping on and only Krishna, then we are not doing justice for the human form what we have uh, gotten in this life. We are not doing justice for that. So the one and only worshipable God here is Krishna. We cannot approach Devi and Devatas. This is what devotees do. They worship only Krishna. They don't approach any demigods for any benedictions. They just think Krishna knows everything, and they always surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna. Here, the qualification to go back home to Godhead in this lifetime itself, Krishna is making us ready to qualify for that. When we only when we are worshipping Krishna, then that is the qualification for us given by Krishna to go back home to Godhead. When we keep on thinking, when we worship Krishna alone and set our mind focused in only one thing, then at the time of death also, that focus on one single thing helps us to always think about the lotus feet of Krishna, and then leave this body and go back home, back to Godhead. That is why Krishna is saying, like, here, I am the person indirectly through demigods. These the demigod worshippers are coming indirectly, they are worshipping me. So when the demigod worshippers are not understanding this, then they will never break the cycle of birth and death, and they will be here for the lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, and going to different 33 crores demigods in each and every lifetime. So they will finally never understand. The moment they understand that the worshipable person is only Krishna, if there is someone to be worshipped, it is only Krishna. When they understand this very important essence, then immediately they are transferred to the platform of bhakti, and from then onwards their route to the Goloka is clear, depending on their engagement in the bhakti. So it we should also understand that the only worshipable person is Krishna. But then demigod worshippers, demigods, Devi Devatas worship is for what? It's only for the people who are in ignorant and passion. So in this way, Krishna has spoken that the demigod worshippers are also indirectly worshipping only me. But how are they doing? In a wrong way. Avidhi Purvakam. So thank you, Matajis, Prabhujis. Hope I have explained it to my knowledge. Thank you. If any doubts, please welcome Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavat pranam.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.